Today my video is about, well, have you seen in the description below, my top 10. When I first started doing this channel, or doing my videos for this channel, I got a good friend out of this, Hip Hop and Rap 71, really nice guy, has a great channel himself, but he kept asking me to do a top 10. So I stupidly turned around and said to him that if I hit 50 subscribers, I will do a top 10 for you. So lo and behold, a couple of weeks ago, I hit 50 subscribers. So first, I just want to say a big thank you to you guys for sticking around, listening and watching, and subscribing. You know, thank you very much for keeping my channel going. I really appreciate it. Without your comments and your wishes of support, I don't think I could have kept it going. So thanks again for putting up my reviews, and I hope you like. And thanks for putting up with my opinions, because obviously you ain't going to agree with every one of them. But I'm glad you watch, and I'm glad you seem to enjoy so. And it is great being part of this community, so thank you again. Anyway, the top 10 that I'm going to be doing today is my top 10 all-time favourite films. I have no doubt there'll be a few that you guys agree with and some that you don't, but I hope you enjoy. They're my top 10 anyway, you know, the films that I watch and I loved from the first time I saw it, and I could watch them again and again and again, so I hope you enjoy. So, at number 10 is Ridley Scott's Gladiator. I mean, this is my favourite Ridley Scott film. I know I'll probably just upset a few of you Alien fans out there, but it is. I mean, the way it's shot, you know, what he did with the film, it's beautiful. The cast was spot on, the sets were great, the script was awesome, and it was just an awesome film to watch. It really was a beautiful film, you know. I really enjoyed it, and it meant a lot to me when I watched it at the time. It was a great film. And number 9 is Kevin Smith's directorial debut, Lurks. I mean, this film reminds me of when I was working in a shop, a slightly bigger one than in the film, but still me and my friends or colleagues would discuss anything and everything while serving the customers, and probably with no smile on our face. And I know I probably said the line a few times, "I'm not supposed to be here today." So I related to that, and it was a really good film. I mean, the acting's okay. You know, it got better with the sequel. I think the cast just seemed to grow better in that. But for the time and for what Kevin Smith was trying to do, it was a great film. It was very funny, well written, and you know, there are some scenes that are a little bit over the top, but I won't ruin it for you if you haven't seen it. But a great film. Really enjoyed that one as well. And at number 8 is The Rock. It's my favourite Michael Bay film. It's a film for when all you want to do is sit back and just be taken on a ride for 2 hours. You know, it is over the top, but the acting is great, and it's probably Nicolas Cage's best film for me anyway. The story is excellent. You know, it was nice to have a story just about American terrorists instead of having, you know, all the stereotypical, you know, Muslim or Korean or Chinese terrorists. It was just different, and I enjoyed that. It was a homegrown terrorist, and I liked that for what it was. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Great film, really enjoyed it. So, really good film, The Rock, number 8. And at number 7, guys, Frank Darabont's classic, The Shawshank Redemption. You can't say too much about it. It's truly an excellent piece of filmmaking. The cast, fantastic. Morgan Freeman, Tim Robbins, you know, and the rest of the supporting cast, brilliant. And this film just really is a powerful film. You sit there and love it from start to finish. You know, you invest in the characters and you want to be there with them. Well, I don't think you really want to be there in the prison with them, but you get what I mean. It's a great film, and you know, that end scene where Morgan Freeman's walking across the beach and he sees Andy, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful scene and a really great film. So I'm glad that this is in my top 10, because it is one of my favourites anyway. Number 6 is American History X, starring Edward Norton and Edward Furlong. I mean, this is Edward Norton's best role, without a doubt. You know, as the troubled Derek Vineyard. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it definitely give it a watch. It is a brilliant film. Again, the script is top notch. The acting's brilliant. All the cast are fantastic. I mean, I had heard a lot about it, and I didn't really know what it was about. And I wasn't expecting it. It really blew me away when I watched it back in 2000. I think I saw it in. Great film. Glad that it's in my top 10, glad it's in my collection. In at number 5 is Wes Craven's 1996 horror Scream. It has a superb cast. I mean, Kevin Williamson's script is outstanding, paying homage to classic horror films, but also making the slasher genre new and fresh. until loads of film companies decided to jump on the bandwagon and bled the genre dry again. Excuse the pun, I guess. Check it out. It was the first horror I ever watched, and it's what got me into horror films, and it scared the hell out of me when I was 13. Really great film. Again, the acting is brilliant. The cast are brilliant. I think only poor cast member was probably David Arquette, but he gets better, and I enjoy him more in the sequels anyway. But great film. Really glad I saw it back in the day, and again it got me into horror films, so glad I watched it. And this brings us to my number 4, which is Ghostbusters. Released in the year I was born. That makes me feel so old. It brought comedy and light scares together. I mean, the story was brilliant. It was a little bit far-fetched, but you kind of get it with a film called Ghostbusters. The cast, you know, looked like they all had a great time filming it together. I mean, I love this film. It made many years of me humming that theme tune, which annoyed the hell out of my friends, and I dare you not to have it in your head now, because I guarantee you that I can watch this again and again and again. It still makes me laugh to this day. Great film. And now for the top 3, starting with number 3 being John Carpenter's classic Halloween. I mean, this had a massive influence to many films in the horror genre, and also it was influenced itself, obviously. And for me, it created one of the most feared villains in cinema. I mean, it was a simple story which unfortunately got more and more complicated and weak with the further sequels that were released. I mean, hello, Halloween 6. Yeah, I have it as well. But Carpenter, he created this great world to me, which none of the sequels have equaled. But I did really enjoy Halloween H2O. I thought that was probably my next best in that line of the films anyway. Great film, great cast. It was a very intense film. It was scary, and you wanted to kind of just hide from Michael Myers. He really was a scary guy. But great film. And at number 2 is Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. I mean, what can I say about this truly epic masterpiece? Not only has Nolan crafted what I think is a perfect comic book film, he also created a crime drama in the style Heat. It always had the viewer guessing. They didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, the cast are fantastic. I mean, Heath Ledger really surprised me. When I heard he was going to play the Joker, I think I had the same reaction that most fanboys had when they just announced that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman. But he delivered, and he created a villain so intense and unpredictable. I mean, he is that film. I mean, the rest of the cast are fantastic, but Heath Ledger just took it to a whole new level. The film deserved every bit of praise that it got. Fantastic, great film, and that's my number 2. And in the top spot, I mean, most of you have already guessed it from one of my older videos that I've done, is Steven Spielberg's Jaws. I mean, I love this film, as most of you already know. I mean, the story and the cast and the directing are excellent. Spielberg went through hell with this film, being over budget, having the shot not work. It meant that the production just overran as well, but it meant that Spielberg had to improvise and create fear, which he does. I mean, people still are scared to go in the water because of this film, and everyone should have this film in their collection. Great film, and my number 1. And that is it, people. My top 10 all-time favourite films. I really hope you've enjoyed my list. Let me know if you agree, disagree with my choices. Also, I mean, what are your favourite films? Leave a comment down below or whatever. Just let me know. I'd like to know what your top 10 or what your favourite all-time film is. A big thank you again to Hip Hop and Rap 71 for all your support, mate, and to everyone else for their support. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and your awesome comments. You know, they do keep me making these videos. I really enjoy it, and I hope to make more for you. And I'm just glad you're enjoying what I'm doing. Please check out my other vids, including the Riddick review I did with my mates the other week. And have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.